Howdy folks, and welcome back to World of Tanks with the mighty Jingles. It's been quite a while since I featured a replay of this little tank. This is Corpsetastic on the Sand River map. It's an encounter battle, and he is driving the teeny tiny terror of Tier 4, the Panzer II Lux. There were a huge number of different variations and modifications on the standard Panzer II design, but only two that actually made it into production. One of them was a Panzer II fitted with a flamethrower, or Flammenwerfer. This was the other one, the reconnaissance version of the Panzer II. To give it its correct German title, this was the Panzer Sparwagen II, but all of the crews just used the nickname, the Lux, which is German for lynx. To begin with, now that the battle has actually started, Corpsetastic is going to be doing a quick spotting run on the ridgeline up here, and just seeing what he can see, trying to get some idea of which way the enemy forces are going. Now, obviously he's up there far too quickly for anybody to actually get any shooting done at the targets that he's spotted, but his spotting run has revealed that these two tank destroyers, the IKV and the Hetzer, are likely to have their work cut out for them when they reach the top of the ridge up there, because that's where most of the enemy team appear to be heading. The Hetzer's yelling for help, and Corpsetastic is heading up here to spot targets for the two of them, and there's going to be no shortage of targets for them to shoot at. This tank was the only Panzer II design that actually featured the interleaved road wheels that you can see there, same as on the Panther and the Tiger. Well, technically you could argue that the VK1602 Leopard, which is in the game at Tier 5, the successor to the Panzer II Lux, also featured the interleaved road wheels, but the Leopard never really entered production. It was an experimental model only. By contrast, 100 of these things were made between September 43 and January 44. As well as 4 conversions from Panzer II Ms, for a grand total of 104. Oh, hell's bells, that T-28 was, well... T-28 took him by surprise and then wished he hadn't. This 30mm autocannon takes no prisoners. Very, very good penetration, 90mm, but, well, it's an autocannon, and the penetration drop-off with range is much more pronounced on an autocannon than on a regular tank gun. He's lining up, hoping to get some shots into the KV-1S over there. That's one of the big boys on the enemy team, and I think the KV-1S is actually using the 122mm howitzer. There he is. And yes, he is. But, well, you can see 90mm penetration or no, you really need to be engaging targets at 50 meters or less in order to make that work, and well, the KV-1S is a little bit further than 50 meters away. They've lost the IKV, so it's just Corpsetastic in the Lux and the Hetzer, and the Hetzer appears to be sporting the 105mm howitzer, the derp gun, so he's probably going to be firing high explosive as well. Anticipating that that KV-1S is going to be aiming his derp gun at the position where he was last spotted, because with 370 average damage from a high explosive shell, he can one-shot Corpsetastic, but oh no. No, the KV-1S was wise to his tricks. He was aimed up around the other corner. Corpsetastic managed to do a little bit of damage to him, but had to pull back, rather than taking the risk of getting one-shotted by that 122mm high explosive shell. At the moment, the team are actually ahead. 5 kills to 3. Oops, me and my big mouth, 5 kills to 4. And they are in possession of the cap circle, but it's encounter mode. It takes 4 minutes for one tank to cap. And then, in the length of time it took me to say that, the enemy team just claimed another 2 kills, so they're now losing 5 kills to 6. KV-1S looks like he's about ready to make a move up there. Yep, he's going for it. And, oh, M43 gets the gun down, takes the M43 out. Got spotted, does not want to get one-shotted by the KV-1S, pulls back, starts reloading. The Hetzer looks like he has taken a hit or two from the KV-1S's howitzer. And that KV-1S definitely appears confident that he can take them both out. Well, he can take them both out, no question about it. Oops, Stewart popping up on the ridge on the other side. The Hetzer forces him to fall back, but now what are they going to do? That KV-1S is going to one-shot one of them the second he pulls that trigger. The Stewart, on the other hand, they can probably handle. So the Hetzer's going to go for it, and not wishing to end up getting separated and become the primary target for the KV-1S, Corpsetastic goes for it as well. But the Stewart appears to have activated a cloaking device. Well, he hasn't actually, he's just been very, very sneaky. Check that out. And the KV-1S has made it up to the top of the ridge. That was a lovely move from the Stewart. Corpsetastic now scrambling to get under the ridge line there before the KV-1S can come around and get his gun pointed at them. Now there's no communication going on between these two guys, but they just know what needs to be done. The Stewart can hurt Corpsetastic, but he can kill the Hetzer. So the Hetzer gets the KV-1S between himself and the Stewart. The two of them finish the KV-1S off while Corpsetastic takes the hits from the Stewart that the Hetzer couldn't afford to take, and the Hetzer finishes the Stewart off. Lovely, lovely little piece of unspoken communication and teamwork going on there between Corpsetastic and the Lux, and a completely random teammate in the Hetzer. But those weren't the only tanks that were spotted up here. There was a T-67 seen in this vicinity as well, but, well, we haven't actually seen him for a while, so Corpsetastic goes looking for him, expecting him to be hiding behind the ridge up there, but no, he's just kind of sitting in the road. Misses his shot, Corpsetastic finishes him off. Not quite sure what the T-67 was doing. It's possible he was just sitting there watching his teammates die. It is a random battle after all, stranger things have happened. But, well, you know, we don't know, so let's not judge him too harshly. It's entirely possible that he was elsewhere, saw that the KV-1S and Stewart could use some help, came to help, but got there too late and could only sit there and attempt to get one shot off before he was killed, which is in fact what happened. So we'll give him the benefit of the doubt. Next, Matilda spotted in the village, and he is on very low health. Nobody on the enemy team is attempting to cap just yet. So he's not under any pressure to get over to the cap circle. He can afford to, well, attempt to find this Matilda. And where did he go? To Matilda, it's not that fast. But that is a bit of a mystery. Enemy Type T-34 heading into the cap circle. And there's no way those were ever going to penetrate at that kind of range. Now, is he capping, or is he just driving through the cap circle to get somewhere else? More importantly, where the hell did that Matilda go? It's not the fastest tank in the world, it couldn't have gone far. And in fact, he didn't go far. The sneaky little British bugger was just very, very well hidden. And of course, he now knows exactly where Corpsetastic is, because both tanks strayed within 50 meters of each other. The Hetzer, on the ridge, manages to put a shot into the Matilda with his high explosive 105mm howitzer shells and leaves him on exactly 1 health. Ah, great. Corpsetastic decides he's just going to have to go for it, takes the hit on the chin, finishes off the Matilda, because now the enemy team are capping. Now at the moment there's only one enemy tank capping, and it's probably the Type T-34. It's in counter, so it's going to take 4 minutes for that Type T-34 to cap. So at the moment Corpsetastic isn't under a huge amount of pressure to get over there and reset the cap, but at any time a second enemy tank could arrive in the cap circle, and that is in fact exactly what's happened. So now it's going to take substantially less than 4 minutes for the enemy team to cap. And the Hetzer's asking Corpsetastic, wait, we'll go in together. And I'm sure Corpsetastic would like nothing more than to have the Hetzer with him as backup, but look at where the Hetzer is. It's going to take him a minute to get to a position where he can put some shots into anybody inside the cap circle. And there's a whole bunch of village buildings between him and any likely targets, so Corpsetastic no longer really has the luxury of waiting for the Hetzer. He has to get eyes on whatever is inside the cap circle, and he has to do it soon. Now we know the Type T-34 is in there, and there's probably one of the M30... Well, yeah, okay, there's the Type T-34, but he didn't spot the M37 that has to be in there as well. He did get spotted himself. Now remember, just because you've broken line of sight does not mean the enemy team can't still track your position on the minimap for a few seconds, and so Corpsetastic uses that to trick them into thinking that he's still heading to the east, when in fact he's doubling around, using the ridgeline here as cover to the west and north in order to get up onto this ridgeline and take out one of these targets in the cap circle. And there's the M37. Bingo, cap reset, and the Hetzer is almost there. Now the Type T-34, I'm not entirely sure exactly which way his turret is turning, but let's not forget there is another M37, so Corpsetastic does not stay in one place, keeps the tank moving to avoid getting taken out by artillery, and they've lost sight of the Type T-34, but the Hetzer is getting closer. And in fact the Hetzer strays within 50 meters, the Type T-34 is spotted, he has to know that the Hetzer is behind him, but he's bringing the gun around, he's going to go for Corpsetastic, but one shot is all he's going to get. Kill number 7, but Corpsetastic doesn't stop to celebrate because there is still an M37 in play, and while the M37 doesn't have a huge amount of splash radius, with the amount of health that Corpsetastic is on, he doesn't even need to hit him to kill him. And the Hetzer very generously says the kill's all yours, go and get him. Now, I'm not sure if the Hetzer is aware that you can't actually get a Radley Walters medal for 8 kills in a tier 4 machine. You have to be in a tier 5 or higher, but still, very generous of the Hetzer all the same. At the same time, however, the Hetzer isn't taking any chances. He's sitting inside the cap circle because this could still all go horribly, horribly wrong for Corpsetastic. That enemy M37 has 3 kills, so you can't afford to underestimate him. And Corpsetastic has no real idea exactly where the M37 is, but he does have one clue. We just heard a shot impacting behind Corpsetastic. Must have been from the M37, and the M37 as a tier 4 artillery has very limited range, so he can't be that far away. And there he is. And I'm not entirely sure what he's shooting at there. I don't think he was trying to suicide, but whatever, he's dead. That's kill number 8. An Orlix medal for killing 2 enemy tanks, all tank destroyers and a light tank. A Pascucci's medal for killing 2 artillery. The Top Gun award, because unfortunately it's tier 4, you can't actually get a Pools or a Radley Walters medal, and of course the Ace Tanker badge. That was Corpsetastic in the world's cutest little tank, the Panzer Sparwagen 2 Lux, the teeny tiny terror of tier 4. Hope you enjoyed today's video, folks. As always, take care, and I'll catch you next time.